Right, let's get this started. Hey. Hello and welcome to another race in Aero League Racing. This is the third round of Tier 3 of Season 10. We're just gathering, but I think we've got a full grid. We've already got 19 drivers on the grid. And today we're in Spain. So Spain has a bit of a new layout this game, which, well, to be honest, it's only really one corner, which is the end of the middle DRS zone of the track. Just a bit of a wider corner, so we'll see if that enhances the racing. Let's just take you through some of the drivers that we've got racing today. So I'll just go in order down the list. So we've got Reaper, who will be looking for his first finish of the season after he was taken out in lap 1 in Baku, and then he only lasted 5 laps longer in Silverstone. Nova, I think, is a brand new driver, so I'll be interested to see what kind of pace he has. Nice Face Dude in the Haas is another new driver. This is his third race in ALR. Igor is a returning driver. Had some okay results so far. Chris T is back after his first lap spin in Castle. Przemu again is back. Always reliable to come home in somewhere in the points because he's quite good at finishing the race. Saeed, who got promoted from Tier 5 and finished his first race in Tier 3 of the points last time out. Boomer, who recovered from a really bad first race to finish 4th in... Someone's just said Igor in the chat. Yeah, finished 4th last time out, so he's... looks like he's getting to grips with the game. We've got Adam Milsey, who's racing for the first time and has been very confident about his chances of success in this tier, so expecting big things from him today. El Truco is racing again. I'm not quite sure what his results were. Zab, Naked Champ, and Naked Champ's filling in for Samet in the Ferrari there, I see. So no Samet this week, who showed great pace in Baku, but retired under the safety car. And then I think he did a little bit better in Silverstone. I think he got a podium, actually. It was a double Ferrari podium. We've got Yusuf, the points leader. He's won both races, and he's been on pole for both races, so really is the one to beat. Hot favourite for the championship, in my opinion. Grayson, another driver who's returned to the game for this season. We've got Will the Game, Bang Average Seb, Jag Kings, who had 2 pretty decent opening rounds. What is people saying in the chat? El Truco, is that a goat? Looks like a donkey. I think a donkey is more appropriate. RDO, obviously owner of the league, is returned to racing. J-Ray, looks like we're going to get started in a minute. Everyone's checking. J-Ray Bay is a newbie, but he's had 2 podiums, so he's been pretty impressive so far. Luke Boos, and it's me. So, yeah, 20 drivers. Luckily, we've actually got a live stream for you guys today in Tier 3 after some issues with YouTube in the first couple of rounds, and we've also got access to our telemetry dashboard that we are debuting, so I'll be able to provide a little bit better commentary than we have done previously, because I'll be able to see a little bit more information as we go along. What happened to Yusuf's Wi-Fi? I don't know, mate. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, so just as the game's loading, I just want to talk about our 2 sponsors. So we've got Driver 61, which is a nifty little website if you want to learn how to improve your driving style, and it's got lots of like technical kind of stuff like that. If you want to check it out, the link is in the description. I've also got eniba.com or eniba.com. I'm not quite sure how you say it. It is a pretty good website to get some good discounts on games, because you just buy the gaming codes off them. You can also buy certain vouchers at discounts as well. And again, the link's in the description for that if you want to have a eniba.com. It's eniba.com, not amoeba. Okay, so yeah, just check out all of the links in the descriptions. Let me just set up this. So what do I want to do? TV pod. Always like doing TV pods to see how people are driving. Gap to the leader. Detail. Tires. No, I don't need any of that. Telemetry. Yeah. Lap data. Track map. Full map. Let me just open my dashboard as well. So who do I want to follow? I think it's just right and correct that we follow Adam Milsey here because he seems just so confident. Hello Philip, first time watching, welcome. Let me try and sort this dashboard out, it's not loading. So Adam Milsey will be the first person to set a lap in this qualifying session, so we'll just stick with him until his lap's done. There we go, the dashboard's working. The race is going to be wet. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So, first question is, does everyone have wet tires? So the race is, so according to my telemetry, first 10 minutes is going to be a storm, so definitely wet tires. And then it's going to go to light rain, and then after 45 minutes, it's going to go to overcast. So we do predicted approximate weather, so it could we could be on for the dry tires by the end of it, but yeah, definitely a wet setup is favoured for this race. So let's join Adam. Let's have a look at how he's tackling these corners. So yeah. Oh no! All that talk. He's been talking so much mad-ish in the chat today, and he's spun out on his first lap. Right, who can I go to? Reaper. Reaper's the next person due to set a lap. So his first sector, obviously purple because he's the first one, 22.7. There's another one. That's Aston Martin spinning. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, it might have been Adam again because his tyres will be... Oh, Reaper touched the gravel a bit. I wonder if that was intentional. Can you scout... What? Who was that? They've got a penalty if that gets reported. Absolutely not paying attention. I have a feeling it's Nova because he's Mercedes on an outlap. So let's stick with Reaper until the end of that. He's got a purple middle sector, so he did a 30 flat. Oh, he's taken these last couple of corners pretty badly. And he sets a 1 minute 20.3. So he knows he could do a bit better than that. Let's join Luke. Luke is currently next. He's setting he's a couple of tenths quicker than Reaper in the first two sectors. Stays in fourth around that corner. There's a yellow flag out now. Is that Adam again? So Willer Game goes 2 tenths behind. Igor doesn't set a representative lap, and Luke goes fastest. Let's see, who else? Zamu goes 5th fastest. Bang Average Seb, let's join Bang Average Seb. He set a pretty decent sector 1, as Yusuf obviously goes 6 tenths faster than the rest of the field, replicating exactly what he was doing in the first two rounds. But Chris T's only managed to get less than 3 tenths behind, so that's a really good lap from Chris. Zab goes P4, and there's quite a big gap between the top 5. There's only a second separate the top 5. So Nice Face Dude goes 5th, and Bang Average Seb can only manage 12th. So he must have had a mistake in the earlier part of the lap. So Chris T, who's player 1? The Naked Champ. We've got some guys who haven't got their haven't done the telemetry stuff yet. Is he trying to set a valid lap? It looks like he is trying to go for a second one. But it's half a second down. Let's see, some of these guys are on outlaps. Let's follow J-Ray on his lap because he has, he's P2 in the standings. He's got 2 podiums to his name as Nova goes P3. Nova also set the fastest final sector. Okay, it doesn't utilize the whole of the left side of the track, which could have gotten a bit of an extra 10th. How much does lift off in turn 3? Tiny bit. So 22.5 is the sector 1. The fastest is a 22.3 in the whole session, so he's only 0.2 behind as he comes up towards this. I think it's another Aston Martin. Lifts off quite a bit there, but you have to on that corner in this game. That must have distracted him, that Alpine being off the track there. So sector 2 he's set at 29.4, which is all basically the fastest time. So he's going to be top 3 definitely, as long as he can. Ooh, that was a really bad last chicane though. So maybe 4th or 5th. He goes 4th. Not a bad lap. Let's see what Jag Kings can do, because he's had a couple of good results. Actually, no, let's join RDO. Let's see what RDO's got. 22.4. That is 1/10 off the best. Oh no, I've caught his spin. He's going to be gutted. He said not to be mean, so I won't say anything bad about it. Let's join Jag Kings now. Let's see what Jag Kings has got in store as he approaches the end of the lap. So he's done quite well in qualifying so far this season. So I expect a decent time out of him. And he goes P2. Amazing lap. Now let's join Boomer. Boomer is the last one not set a representative time apart from RDO, and they are teammates in the Williamses. As he's got loads of traffic. Oh, and his teammate nearly ruined his lap. I don't know if he was trying to give him a slipstream. Let's go for that. Okay. This is all looking nice and tidy. Yeah, that was a good way to take that last corner. He managed to straighten it up and get on the throttle pretty early on. P4, less than 3/10 behind Yusuf. I think that's a pretty good result. If you take Yusuf out of the picture, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers with a 10th of each other. That is pretty close. So there's still a lot at stake here. Is Zab on a lap? Yep, Zab's just started a lap. Let's join him. So he was in Tier 5 last season, now he's in Tier 3. He had a shocker in Baku, but a bit of a better race last time out. Ooh, not sure how good that was. 22.6, that's 3/10 off the fastest time in Sector 1. So he needs a bit more of a tidier lap if he's going to improve, because he can't be 3/10 down every sector. Okay, missed the apex there, which will have cost him 2/10. So he's 1/10 down on his best time. Question is he going to abort it? I'm not sure. Oh, this is looking pretty tidy. The Yusuf's in front of him there, about to start a lap, I think. And he goes P6, pretty decent. Let's join Chris T, he's on a lap now. So, he was the person with the fastest Sector 1, and he's managed to go 0.5 quicker than that. Oh no! Oh, I'm catching all the spins in qualifying today. Right, let's join Yusuf, our fastest man out there at the moment. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him, gets nice out of the way. So now Yusuf set the fastest Sector 1 time of anyone so far. And that's 0.4 quicker than his previous Sector 1. So this is going to be a big time. As we have one of the Mercedes going slow. And now he set the fastest middle sector as well, as Lucas now set the fastest first sector. So we'll join Luke after this. Oh, a bit twitchy. Managed not to lose it though, so he should, even if this is a bad last sector, he should still improve. And he goes, can he get the 17? 17.8. Didn't set the fastest last sector. Right, let's go to Luke, who set the fastest first sector. So he's half a second up on his previous best. As Adam has now set the fastest first sector, so we'll join him after. That was nice and tidy. Let's see what you can improve to. P7. I expected a bit more, to be honest. So he's definitely going to improve his time, Adam, here. But can he trouble the top 5? Expecting better things than P12 from Adam after what he was talking about in the chat. And he goes second. So 10th and a half slower than Yusuf at the moment. He'll have time to do one more lap. Is there anyone else on a much quicker time? J-Ray, let's have a look. Where is he? He's definitely improved. Well, he's 0.06 behind at the moment. So he needs a good... Oh, he's just not nailing that last chicane. Very wide around that corner as well. That'll lose you like 0.2. But he improves to third. But he could be much closer to Yusuf if he just nails that last sector. Anyone else improving? Ardio. Let's see what Ardio's up to. I think Jack Kings went up to 4th and all that as well. So 22.6 is the first sector, which is 0.4 off of Yusuf's best time. He's taking the corners pretty well though. Just needs to be a bit careful here. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. So, a 30.1. 8.10 slower than Yusuf there. So already we're outside of the top 10. We're looking between 12th and 13th, I think, for this lap. Oh. No, pit mate. Do one more run. No, don't finish your lap. So he goes 18th, yeah, because of that almost spin. You can tell he's not playing with ABS on, with that mistake under braking. So everyone's on an outlap now. And the top 5 at the moment is Yusuf, Milsey, J-Ray, Jag Kings, and Chris T. Boomer P6. He got P4 in qualifying last time out. I think Ardio's going for another lap, to be honest. Let's see. Well, he's not gonna do better than his previous lap. Right, let's join Chris T. So he's on his last run. He's gonna try and improve from P5. He's got 0.6 to find. Using all of the track there, that's what you need to do. Going all the way down to 4th gear. I stay in 5th for that because it carries just a bit of extra speed in the first part of the corner. Yep, didn't lose too much time there lifting off. And he's only, he's basically about to set the exact same lap time, so he needs a monstrous final sector. Last time out, he didn't have the best last sector. He was 0.4 off of Yusuf's, who had a pretty bad last sector as well. So a tidy sector here. Let's see, can he get on the throttle? Yeah, he straightened up. And he goes to 3rd. That's what an improvement in that last sector was. He found 3/10. So, let's have a look at what Nice Face did. We haven't really been following him too much. Actually, let's go to Saeed. He's just set the fastest first sector. Let's keep an eye out on everyone else. Naked Champ set 2 better sectors as well to go P7. Yeah. So he's definitely going to improve on P15. Can he trouble the top 10? He's still got the fastest first sector. And he goes P11, and that'll be his last run. So we've got Jag Kings on a lap now. Let's see how he's doing. As Nova goes P4, so this newcomer is quite an impressive little driver, over qualifying at least. Jag Kings completely missed the apex there. But he does go faster in the first sector by about a 10. And he's faster in the middle sector by about a 10th as well. Chris T's decided to call it a day. Lots of drivers getting out the way, that's what you love to see. So, can Jag get back? He was P4 before, now he goes 3rd. So he does out-qualify Chris T, and he will finish ahead of Nova. We've got Adam, who was a 10th slower in his first sector. So let's see, can he improve sector 2? That was a good corner there, much faster than a lot of the drivers that I've followed. So he does go faster by a 10th in sector 2. So it's pretty much level. It's going to be really tight between him and Yusuf for pole position here. I think it's J-Ray has a 10th on Yusuf in this last sector, so he's got less scope to improve. He needs to go purple here to get pole. He does get pole, and he does go purple. He improved his last sector by about 2/10 there. Yusuf's invalidated, so he doesn't get pole. Jag Kings is out of the running. J-Ray Bay's gone into the pits. Boomer's 7th. Naked Champ. Nice Face Dude. Is Luke? Luke's invalidated. Saeed's not doing a lap. Is Zab the last one? Could do anything? He is. No, he's not. He's set a really slow second sector. Igor, I think, is the last one who could set a lap time. Unless Adios managed to make it out. So Adio goes P16, Igor goes 13. The whole grid is separated by just over 2 seconds, and the top 14 by 1 second. But it's Adam Milsey. He does manage to live up to his self-created hype by claiming pole position with Yusuf P2 and Jag Kings P3. And J-Ray Bay will be pretty disappointed to only get P6 after his 2 podiums in the first couple of rounds. But it's been an incredibly tight qualifying. And you have to bear in mind, some people will have a wet setup for this qualifying session, and some people won't. So they should quickly move to the front, and it'll become very apparent when the race starts because of... Well, it says we're starting in storm conditions. So we've got, just to recap, 0 minutes storm, plus 5 minutes storm, plus 10 minutes storm, plus 15 minutes light rain, plus 30 minutes light rain, plus 45 minutes overcast, plus 60 minutes cloudy. So let's just go through this again so that we've got it all on our screens. Such a close tier this season. Oh, is that the... I wonder what flag that is. Oman? Probably. So who's at the back that we need to look out for? Reaper will be disappointed. 18th is the worst qualifying of the season. But hopefully he's got a wet setup, and that's the only reason why. Ardio's 2/10 off his personal best on qualifying. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. How am I finding telemetry? I love it. It's really good for qualifying because you can see who's setting purples and greens and just go to them instead of like trying to guess and follow people who you think might be on a good lap. Reaper's just said something funny, but I won't repeat it. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it does with the race because I'll have all this telemetry to tell me who's got damage, which is going to be useful on the first lap. There's a whole damage section actually. Oh, it says here, RDO has changed his wing. RDO broke his right front wing. RDO broke his left front wing. RDO broke his right front. You had a bit of a nightmare, RDO, in qualifying. I didn't even see that. I'm going to be following that in the race, though. It's going to be useful. Yeah, full wets for 75% of the race, RDO says. Okay. You're denying that you broke your wing? Okay. So, a wet formation lap. This is vital for these guys because it actually gives you a feel, firstly, on how to drive in the wets, because none of these guys will have done that much practice in the wet. But also, if you spin, at least you're spinning on your formation lap and not on the first lap when your race will be ended. So, right, let's set up this telemetry. So, yep, broadcast mode, RDO and Will have obviously collided and disqualified themselves. Gap to interval, yep, detail. Let's look at tires. Let's keep tires on because it'll be interesting if people try and gamble on the inters. Yeah. Or maybe I'll do position change because everyone's just going to be on the wets for a while. Telemetry, lap data, and full track. This is going to be a long one actually because of the wet. So it could be dry. It could be dry towards the end of the race. If we go above 45 minutes, how many safety cars are we going to have? We're on reduced, but it's wet. There's going to be at least one safety car. Audio, yeah, you're not going to have any practice. Just take it easy the first few corners. So many people are going to just go off track being overly ambitious. If you just take it nice and easy, you'll just drive through the carnage. That's usually my my plan. Also, I bet we've got some people here who haven't even done a race start in the wet. If they've got no traction on, it's going to be a tricky one. So let's do some predictions for the race. Yusuf's at least going to be on the podium as a Haas goes off the track there. As Boomer and Naked Champ miss their grid slots, Saeed misses his grid slot. Anyone else? Igor misses his grid slot. That's it. Right, let's get going. And we're off in Catalonia. Lots of... Oh, looking at the back there. Lots of people who got pretty dodgy starts. Saeed's already down 4 places as Yusuf goes into the lead and Adam is down in 16th. What's happened to him? He's down in 18th, 19th. There he is. Oh, man. Okay, Yusuf's in the lead and Nova, our newcomer, has gone up 3 positions to take P2 with J-Ray back in his rightful podium position where he's spent the last 3 races. So, we've had nightmare starts for Jag Kings and Adam. I wonder if they had it coming together. Yeah. But it's nice and close, and we haven't got a safety car. Does Adam have any damage to his wing? It doesn't look like it's there. No, just Jag Kings and Zab, who's going really slow. No, their wings look fine. Right, let's rejoin the front. So, Yusuf took absolutely no time to take the lead there, but Nova's right on his tail. Adam's completing the first to last challenge. RDO's managed to get up to 10th after having no practice on the wet, so that's not too bad. But the person who's made the most progress is Grayson, by the looks of it, up 7 places. Oh, as I say that, RDO's already up to 8th. Having a nice little battle with Igor. Let's join this. All over the back of him, as there is a pretty aggressive traffic jam forming. Will the game and Chris, what's happening? That was pretty lucky from Saeed. Taking that wide line in the wet is a race ender for sure. I wish they wouldn't show that bit. Okay. RDO just can't seem to make it stick against Igor, as we have Luke going wide and losing a position to Grayson, who's now up 8 positions. I guess Grayson's the Raymaster. I don't know what's happening here with J. Raybay's telemetry, but he is in 3rd, definitely. As Nova is keeping Yusuf very honest here. So I wonder if he could just pressure Yusuf into a mistake. El Truco's got some sort of glitch going on as well. It's not very helpful, is it? Let's see if I can fix that. Toledo? No. Adam Milsey now 49 seconds behind after his wing change. He needs a safety car, essentially. Alright, let's go back to tyres now. So Yusuf's also got the fastest lap. He's the fastest lap at the moment is a 1 minute 40.6, which is quite a way slower than what we were doing in qualifying. Let's have a look at Boomer, really on the back of J-Ray here, who's doesn't look like he's enjoying the wet too much. He's lost 2 seconds to the leaders, and we're only on lap 3. So the problem is it's quite difficult to overtake in Spain, so Boomer needs to time at a really good exit with ERS to take advantage of getting past J-Ray, and I'm sure that he'd be able to make some inroads on Nova if he could do that. As it's all settled down a little bit now. As I say that, Bang Average Seb has retired. And it's a safety car. Is it a real safety car or is it VSC? Let's see. Yep, full safety car. So what I expect to happen here is no one to pit, because there's nothing to gain. It's going to stay wet for a good while. The only person this really helps is Adam, because everyone else didn't get too far away from each other. Look how far away he is on the map as well, compared to everyone else. So he'll be expected to really make some inroads and start overtaking people. It's going to help people like Jag and Zav as well, who made mistakes at the start. But it's good to see that we've still got 19 drivers in it after the first wet weather start of the season. So 3 of the top 4 from the last race are in the top 4 this race. The 4th person isn't racing today, and he's been replaced by a brand new person, which is Nova. So the more things change, the more they stay the same, eh? Igor and Jag Kings have decided to pit. Jag Kings didn't need... He's gone on Inters. I mean, he's got nothing to lose, but look at the weather. This is such a mistake. He's just going to lose 1 position to Milsey, but like... Well, fortunately, I've got his telemetry, so let's see if he's going to start hitting purple sectors. He's losing a tenth of corner to Igor there, who's also trying to catch the safety car. Adam's also gone on inters. So we do have approximate weather, but they are gambling on the rain drying pretty quickly because it does not look dry enough for inters at the moment. What's Adam doing? He's taking his time. Igor's in the pits as well. He just pitted though, and he's gone on to wets again. Well, Jag seems to be pretty comfortable with his inters. He's not come straight back into the pit, so he must think that he's got the right strategy here. Let's have a quick look. Jag Kings compared to Milsey. So the last two sectors. Oh no, it's not going to show me. Never mind, I was trying to see what Jag King's sector pace was compared to Milsey, because those were the two that weren't being held up by the safety car, but I can't see. And Milsey's gone on inters now anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Just ignore me. I'm trying to figure out this telemetry stuff still. So, will the safety car come in this lap? Doubtful. But what's Milsey doing? Is he trying not to catch the safety car so that it stays out for longer? Because he could be in trouble if he does that. Because he's not getting anywhere near. Oh, 5-second penalty for Naked Champ for a collision with Boomer. Yeah, he was 23 seconds behind. Now he's 24 seconds behind. Is he trying to keep the safety car out to extend the amount of laps so that it actually dries up? What's he doing? Oh, this is a travesty. This is a travesty. I'm not happy about this. Not fair play. Not fair play. So a lap ago he was 23 seconds behind. He's now 21 seconds behind. And look how much drier the track is now. Is he going to do it again? Because he's still only 20 seconds behind. Safety car in this lap anyway. Right, let's rejoin the front. It's difficult to commentate when something happens that you really aren't happy about. But we've got a race to run. And Yusuf is still our leader. It is still raining a little bit, but it doesn't... It looks visibly brighter on screen. Right, when's he going to go? It's going to be quite tricky to do this, but the start line comes pretty soon after the final turn, so he's put his full throttle down. He's got ERS, and he's got a 3/10 lead over Nova right now, as everyone looks pretty even going down the straight, apart from Chris T, who's had a shocking start. He got caught absolutely napping, and Yusuf keeps the lead going into the first corner. But Nova is really, really close behind him. Is he going to go for the move on the inside? No. Thinks better of it. Really good, really close racing. This guy is quite a nice addition to the league. He's managing to compete at the front and not cause any accidents. Adam Milsey manages to get past Jag Kings at the back. But apart from that, it's pretty much as you were. Everyone's quite line of stone. Christie's managed to catch up to Saeed as well, because we're in one massive train. Everyone's pretty much under a second apart from each other. But it still does look like wets are the right tyres at the moment, because if you look at Adam in P18, he's losing ground to Igor, even though Igor's stuck in this big, long train. So it's still wets are the right tyre for now. I'm not sure how much longer that'll be. I expect some drivers might blink in this lap, so... Not Yusuf, though. Not the top 3, not the top 4. No, everyone's still going round. No one thinks it's time to go in just yet. Grayson's taking Naked Champ there. Having a good little battle into turn 2. And Naked Champ still keeps the place. But now RDO's going to try and get him. And he moves up to P6. In Truco, is he going to try and make a move on Grayson? He's struggling a little bit as the conditions dry up as they make contact, but it seems okay. They get through it in one piece. The Saeed overtakes Luke here, but Luke's going to try and make a cutback. No, he thinks better of it. Not really an overtaking part of the track. Anyone else? Nice space dude is following Chris very closely. He's got his nose in. No, he has to pull out as well, which gives an opening for Reaper, who goes on the inside, which is definitely the better option when you're trying to make a move on that corner. But Nice Face manages to keep it around the outside, which now turns into the inside, and he's going to keep the corner as Reaper has a little half spin there. Little twitchy, but he lives to fight another day. So let's keep an eye on RDO and Grayson, who are still fighting. RDO was all over the place coming out of that final corner after getting the chicane mixed up, and look how close these 5 cars are. Everyone will be using ERS right now to either keep position or try and an overtake. Truco is going to make a move on Grayson again. Is he going to make it stick this time? Yes, he does. Camera angles all over the place today. And now Will is going to try and get a move done on Grayson, who's just going backwards and backwards and backwards after such a good opening few laps to the race. But Grayson's going to... Yeah, he had the inside line and he's pushed Will all the way to the outside, which gives Saeed a little sniff. But now we're back into the part of the track where if you stick a car on the inside, you're both probably going to spin. So looking at the Inter situation, they have caught up to the back of the pack, but... Oh, Luke has retired. What's happened? It's only a yellow flag at the moment. He's lost it on the fast right-hander just before the DRS zone. So that's our second retirement, and it's another safety car. Safety car number 2. I don't know why Yusuf stopped. Oh, they've probably overshot the times, so they had to stop to avoid a penalty. And he's gonna, yeah, Everyone's going to go for Inters now, including J-Ray, who makes a very late decision. Boomer is going to take the lead. And Naked Champ also is deciding not to pit, even though he could get rid of his 5-second penalty. Probably because Yusuf's gone in the pits. Anyone else? Grayson is going still. Oh, I can't help but think this is a terrible decision. Unless they've been told that rain is on the way at some point again. Then this is a bad decision. Adam is going to rise up the grid. And Jag Kings as well. Having said that, is Yusuf going to come out ahead? Yusuf, what's going on? Reaper's got a drive-through penalty. I have no idea what's going on with the telemetry right now. Maybe it's better looking at the app instead. So I've got Yusuf in P4 here. Hold on. This is... Everything's going wrong. It's going wrong on the timing screens. It's going wrong on the app. The game is struggling. Right, let's go back into the dashboard. So it sorted itself out. Yusuf has come out in front of Adam on fresher inters because he managed to build up a better gap during the safety car. Then it's Adam is the next highest on inters. Then it's Jag Kings, who also pitted really early. Then Nova, who is literally just behind Yusuf, but he's managed to lose 2 positions to other inters shod cars. J-Ray Bay pitted for wets, which I'm sure he wasn't trying to do. He'll go back into the pits this time. And then we've got RDO, who's managed to get himself into a good position here as well, because surely these top 6, yeah, Boomer's coming to the pits, Naked's coming to the pits, Grayson's coming to the pits. They're just going to go all the way to the back as they're all stopping again. What is going on with it must be something to do with the timing. It must be something to do with because they've come into the pits. What do you call it? Telemetry's come back on to say that you have to go within a certain lap time, and they've stopped to avoid getting penalties. So everyone's kind of racing on the exit there. As Nice Face Dude takes the lead because he's the wet weather driver. He's the wet shod driver who hasn't pit yet. Is he just going to try and stay on the wets all race? I wonder. Adam blessed. Well, let's see if anything gets reported before we say he's blessed. Because I'm... Naked Champ gets another 5-second penalty. Let's have a look at penalties. That's that. No, that's not where the penalties are. Yusuf's got a drive-through. How did I miss that? Oh, man. So that means Adam is technically P1 after Yusuf serves his drive-through, which he won't be able to serve when the safety car comes in. It has to be the lap after, because I made that mistake in a practice race once. Same for Reaper. So things are looking really good for Jag Kings, for Nova, for Boomer, for RDO. Let's go back onto tyres. I think we've got so many more twists and turns in this race as it's going to go from wet to dry. We're going to see different drivers on different setups start emerging now, who may have lost some positions and just been on survival mode for these first few laps. But let's have a look at the weather. So how long have we been racing? Maybe 20 minutes? So we should be in the light rain portion, but I mean, you can see a couple of drops, but that's not, I wouldn't even call that light rain. It's basically overcast right now. So it's not gonna dry very quickly, because look at the cloud coverage, and there is still a little bit of rain. So we are nowhere near dry tires anytime soon. This should be the last lap under the safety car, because everyone's caught up now. So let's see what that's done to the order. So let's start from the back. Zemu's unfortunately last. And then we've got Saeed, who was doing a little bit better. He's near the back as well. J-Ray, who pitted for wets accidentally, obviously, is now in 16th, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants his third podium of the season. Zab is in P15, Naked Champ in P14, who's still got a 5-second penalty to serve. Chris T in 13th, who's been in the top 10 this race. Reaper 12th, but with a drive-through. Grayson in 11th, he was falling back badly before that safety car. Igor's managed to get himself up into 10th, and Truco in 9th. Will 8th, RDO in 7th. Boomer, despite hitting a lap late and leading the race for under the safety car for one lap, is still in P6. Nova was in P2, now he's in 5th. Jag King's in P4 after pitting early for inters. Adam in P3 after pitting early for inters. Yusuf in P2 with a drive-through, unfortunately, so he's going to go right to the back. And Nice Face Dude on the wets. What's going to happen in this safety car restart? Let's see. He's backing the pack up. Safety car's still not in yet. And when is he going to hit the gas? He is going now. We need to see the gap. So he's got an 8/10 lead over Yusuf already, who is battling with Adam as they are going side by side down to the first corner. Yusuf must have just got a shocking start there. And now Adam's got the inside, and it's going to turn into the outside, so Yusuf's got the advantage here. They make a little bit of contact, and now Adam's probably going to, get that place. Nova isn't as close to them as he was in the last safety car restart. So Yusuf has a little look on the inside, but thinks better of it. Everyone else pretty much line astern. Boomer's very close to Jag Kings, though. As Nice Face Dude has actually got a pretty decent lead, 1.5 seconds. He's extending as well, so maybe it is still wet conditions. Maybe he's the only one who got it right. He's still extending, a 10th here, a 10th there. RDO manages to overtake Jag Kings to get into P6. So Jag King's not having the best first lap. He was right next behind Adam, and Adam's in P2 and Jag's in P7 now, to show you how the fortunes can quickly change. And now he's in P8. Just not liking the inters, I guess. Is he going to fall back any further? Everyone's having a little look. Truco's having a look next. As Adams managed to cut half a second to Nice Face now. Oh, Yusuf's in. Let's see where he comes out. What a shame. Our championship leader, he's got a 50 points so far. He was leading this race quite comfortably. As Saeed sets the fastest lap at 1:32.5, which shows that the conditions are improving a lot. And Yusuf comes out last. Nice Face Dude has a 1.2 second lead over Adam. But let's stick with Boomer for now, who is reeling in Nova pretty quickly. Finished P4 last race, and he's P4 again today. As Igor and Truco are having a little battle here. Ooh. You always want the inside line for this corner. If you can hold it around the outside, then that's... I say that, but Reaper's made a big mistake there, and now he's losing a few positions. He's going to still have to serve his drive-through as well at the end of this lap. Let's rejoin Adam, because he's right very close to Nice Face Dude now. But I think maybe now is the right time to pit, as Nova's just done a 30.8, which is about 2 seconds quicker than the last lap. So the track's drying pretty quickly now, as Reaper goes into the pits. J-Ray 30.7 fastest lap. But how long can... Oh no. Adam's just swooped through. And now Nova's going to swoop through as well. So he's definitely stayed on these wets a lap too long. But he was destined to come out near the back anyway. Because look, Reaper's 8 seconds off at the back now. And he didn't switch his tyres. So now Boomer's gone past Nice Face. Let's just stick with Nice Faces. Can he make it to the end of the lap without losing 2 seconds to RDO and getting passed by him as well? That's the question. Yep, now RDO's right up the back of him in a part of the track where overtaking. Oh, see the closing speed. He nearly went into the back of him there. And he's staying out again. What's he doing? This is not the right decision. As Adam Milsey sets the fastest lap at 1:30.2. RDO's going to take him here at this corner. He has to. Yeah, he's just got a better grip. Yusuf at 1:29.1, so again we're a second quicker than before. Well, actually 1.7 was one of the fastest laps previously. 30.7, sorry. As Chris T, what's happened to him? He's not got a wing. What a shame. So he's going to have to come back in the pits and then he's going to drop to Lum last. As Adam's got a 1 second lead over Nova right now. And is he just going to drive away with it, or is Nova going to be able to keep him honest? Because Nova was pretty close to Yusuf before. And now instead of chasing Yusuf, he's chasing Adam. Boomer's in third and RDO in fourth, the two Williams cars who had a shock in qualifying. And they've having an amazing race right now. What's happening down here? A lot of cars very close together. Grayson looks like he's losing out. There's 4 cars in 2 cars' widths worth of space. But they're managing to drive pretty close. And this is all because Nice Face Dude is on the wrong tyres, essentially. Bunching so many cars together. Boomer, 128.8, so we're in the 28s now. Gotta wonder how much more time has to go before they start risking it on the softs. The track doesn't look dry enough. It looks quite slippery still. There's not like a solid dry line. There's just some track marks. This Nice Face Dude, is he just going to try and stay out on the wets until it's time for the dries? That's the question. What's happening? What's that Reaper? What's going on, mate? What's happened? Lost it out on the chicane, probably. But he's still going. As Nice Face Dude loses more positions. Now he's down into P11. These guys are just... Oh, he gives Side a little love tap there. And now Naked Champ goes through quite easily. J-Ray goes through quite easily. Next will be Zab. If I was Nice Face at this point, I would maybe stick it out 1 or 2 more laps and then just go on to the mediums until the end. I think the mediums can last until the end. Over here. Yep, Zab's ahead now. Now we've got Nice Face Dude and Yusuf in P14 and 15. They were the 2 drivers who were first and second when the safety car came in. DRS enabled. So let's see who's going for softs, because this is all. No one yet. When DRS gets enabled, that is the game basically telling you that it's time for soft tires, or for dry tires at least. As we got Saeed overtaking Grayson here, got the move done. Yusuf's finally got ahead of Nice Face Dude as well. Let's see what other battles we can join. Igor is really close to RDO. He's found a bit more pace now. It's reeled in RDO. Reaper's gone into the pits. Is he going to be our first soft runner? Mediums. Mediums to the end, just like I said. He had to take a gamble. When you're that far back, it's the only option, really. Igor has the outside line for this next corner. Like I said, I always favour the inside here, but RGO really breaks early to give Igor the corner, basically. Yeah, and he's just driving away. He's just got much better traction at this stage of the race. So Reaper is losing time to Chris T ahead of him. As RDO, everyone's in the pits apart from Jag Kings, who becomes the new leader. So everyone's decided that this is the lap to pit for dry tires. Literally everyone. We've got 11 drivers in the pits right now. But looking at Reaper's times, he's still losing time to Chris T. So I'm not sure that this is the best idea. Let's have a look at Adam Milsey. Is he going to close in on Zemu? He's losing time. He's gaining and losing. He is a naturally faster driver than him, but excuse me. The track does look pretty dry now. The drivers just don't look that confident on these tyres. They're still losing a bit of time. Maybe these inters, if they pit this lap, this is the perfect lap to pit. Because it is very cloudy, which means the track stays wet for longer. Jag Kings comes into the pits now. Yusuf as well. Surely Zabib. Yep, so Adam is going to take the lead of the race again. And what I expect is no more pit stops until the end of the race unless there's a safety car. Or unless there's more rain, but it didn't look like that on the forecast. So, at this stage of the race, the drivers who gambled and just kept their dry setup on, as opposed to searching and applying a wet setup to the car, have a massive advantage. The DRS is on, so drivers will want to be within 1 second to have a chance of overtaking, especially on the start-finish straight, as Will the Game goes up into P4. Ahead of Jag. Oh, as they make a bit of contact, and now he loses that position again. But Jag Kings lets them through. He does the gentlemanly thing, which is good. Nova has caught up to within a second of Adam, as he sets the fastest middle sector. Which again shows that now is the time for the medium tyres. We're setting fastest sectors. It's got absolutely no ERS left though. Adam's been a bit better on it and he's got 48%. Is it going to dry up? It's already dry. Dry tyres. Let's see, what are these battles? Jag Kings and Truco. So Jag Kings' tyres will have warmed up a little bit now, so he's going to try and make his way back up the field again after losing a couple of positions. Yusuf has managed to get back up to P11 after his problems. Well, his drive-through. He hasn't had any other problems apart from his drive-through. So we'll see how good his recovery drive is over these next 12 laps. Saeed's managed to get up into P8 as well, which is quite impressive because he's restarted the safety car period right at the back. So he's overtook a lot of drivers there. His audio's down in 13th now. Adam Milsey, 21.7. What's going on here? J-Ray's managed to get past Saeed. A pretty bold overtake here, but now Saeed's gonna swoop back past. Yeah, that was quite an easy retake of that position. As Yusuf managed to get past Grayson right there. Good to see. Now let's rejoin with this Will the Game battle, because Will is kind of starting a little train behind him. So there's a bit of a DRS train between P5 and P10, but I expect Yusuf to join this train pretty soon as well. As Adam's now 1.6 ahead of Nova. Jack King's lining up, looking down at the outside, but no, you can't make it stick like that too many times, as El Truco makes a big mistake there, but he manages to keep position. Adam Milsey now at 21 flat. So every single lap, there's about half a second or more being gained by these drivers. So we're not at full dry conditions yet. Let's see, is anyone in this DRS train going to be able to make a move? Doesn't look like it. But Saeed is really looking every single corner for a little way past Truco. Yusuf's not really catching up to these guys though, he's still 1.6 behind, which is what he was about a lap and a half ago. Chris T sets the fastest lap now, just slightly quicker than what Adam did. So at the moment we are on course for a brand new set of podium finishes. The top three at the moment have not finished on the podium yet this season. In fact, two of them haven't even raced this season yet. And there's a big gap between, well, big gaps all over the place down to Will, to be honest. This little bottleneck that he's created as Truco goes into the back of Jag there, just at the top of the screen. But Will gets a great exit. Jag Kings seems to be struggling on that last corner, which means that he's not able to overtake Will, but it also means that none of the other drivers can really make a move either, because everyone's got DRS. Yellow flag for Reaper, and he's DNF. That's his third DNF of the season. He'll be gutted. But to be fair, his race wasn't going too well. But he's managed 24 laps, which is a lot more than he managed in his first two races. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Next time, mate. As J-Ray managed to get past Saeed and all that. And is that another safety car? It is. Reaper's brought out the safety car. Let's see. Where is this car? Adam's about to pass it. Now, is it stick or twist? Do you risk it and go on to... Oh, yeah, I can see why that's a safety car. Why do they keep stopping at this corner? They just go way too quick, and then it tells them that they got to slow down or they'll get a penalty, I guess. Maybe that's what happened to Adam at the start when I thought he was just slowing down on purpose. Benefit of the doubt and all that. Adam gets a drive-through penalty. And his chances of victory are gone with that, surely. He's risked it to go onto the softs, and it's not going to pay out. He will be screaming at his computer right now. So, Nova takes the lead, because he hasn't pit. Boomer hasn't pit. Igor hasn't pit, and he's in P3 now. Will hasn't pit. Adam comes back out in 5th place, but he'll have a drive-through. Oh, the drama. Let's see, penalties. Where's penalties? Here. So, What's going on? Adam, you don't want to be overtaking under the safety car and getting more penalties, mate. So let's have a look at the tyre situation. So Adam's the only one with a drive-through. We got Saeed, Ardio, and the Naked Champ on softs. They will be making very quick work through, and Nice Space and Chris will also end up on softs as well. The tyre difference in Spain is quite large, especially for the first 3 or 4 laps on the softs. And when you think these mediums are on, 6, they'll be on 8 laps old by the time the safety car comes in. It's going to be difficult for the guys near the back, like, well, Grayson, Zab, and Pruzemu are going to have a really tough time. They'll get overtaken within the first couple of laps, I'd imagine. Yusuf obviously has the pace advantage in J-Ray, being dubbed multiple podium finishers, so they might be able to put up a good fight. But Saeed and Ardio, especially being the top 2 soft runners here, are going to have a great opportunity to do something really good at the end of the race and get some good points. But you got to say, this top 4 especially, Adam won't be able to serve his drive-through for a lap. If he's in the pits now, it's not going to work. This isn't a drive-through, mate. You're going to just do a normal pit stop. Yeah, normal pit stop. You can't serve drive-throughs under the safety car. He's gone for softs again. I don't know what Prusemi was doing. Why were you in the pits again? That was just a regular pit stop as well, I'm sure of it. Anyway. So yeah, let's rejoin. So we got Nova. The debutant for the league is in P1. He had a bit of a hairy moment in qualifying where he was blocking one of the other drivers who was on a fast lap while he was weaving and warming his tyres up. But apart from that, he's raced incredibly impressively. He's in P1 now. He's been behind one driver basically for the entire race. First it was Yusuf and then it was Adam. They've both snookered themselves essentially by giving themselves drive-throughs in various safety cars. Nova's just chilled in P2 and done pretty good. Adam paused. Yeah, well, you can look at the telemetry after. There's a few pauses that he's done actually, because it comes up on the flux. But yeah, that's something for after the race. Let me concentrate on this. Are we going to get a... No, it's not going to come in this lap because Chris T's too far behind. Next lap for sure. That means we'll get 6 laps. Just had to count with my fingers. 6 laps under green conditions. It's basically going to be a quick sprint race to the finish, with P11 down having a massive tyre advantage. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be some really close racing. There's going to be maybe some big differences in closing speed because of the strength of the tyres. But we've had some good racing so far, really clean racing. So I'm sure they can make it to the end. Only 3 retirements in such treacherous conditions is quite an impressive feat for these guys. They should be proud of themselves for even making it through this race, let alone if they manage to get points. So let's see, who do I think is going to win this race? Who am I going to give commentator's curse to? It's got to be Nova. Nova's, out of the top 5, he's done the most consistently good laps so far this race. Both in dry and in mixed conditions and in wet conditions, he's just been solid. He hasn't made any mistakes. Boomer also has done really well to get up to P2. Igor, I'm not going to lie, quite surprised he's managed to get up to P3. I don't know where that's coming from. Will, who had the massive train behind him, if that happens again, I would say that the soft runners could get ahead of Will before the end of the race. Unless he manages to find some better pace now that it's completely dry. So, Yusuf should be targeting P4. Actually P3, because Igor's going to have a penalty. Unfortunately, Adam's completely out the running because he safety car in this lap, because he pitted, and now he's P12. He's going to have to serve a drive-through. If he serves this lap, he's going to just do a regular pit stop, so I hope he doesn't do that. Right. Nova is going slower than the first guys, I'm sure. from the first two safety car restarts. Safety car is just going around the final two corners. Right, let's have a look at this telemetry. Is it going to go full yet? Yeah, he's going now. Boomer's half a second behind on the safety car restart, and actually it's Igor who made a bit of a mistake coming out. I was going to say he was pretty close to Boomer, but now he's going to get attacked by Will. As there is Zab who span on the exit with cold tires. So he's all the way at the back already, as Yusuf is already ahead of J-Ray, who are basically fighting for the championship right now. That is really important for the championship battle. Grayson stalking them really close behind, as Truco's really close to Jag Kings right now. Is he going to make a move? Jag Kings covers it off on the inside as Boomer manages to... Well, he's battling Igor right now. What's happening with Boomer? He was doing much better, and now he's lost a position. Nova's just running away with it as a result. He's got 1.8 second lead, and we've only done one sector under green conditions. Will the game's having a much better start here. He's keeping the pace with these guys as well. So let's see if he can do that for the next few laps. Truco again having a look at Jag Kings, but... Oh, he's doing the switchback. Is that going to work? On Will the Game, beg your pardon. And it has. That was an amazing overtake. So impressive. On the exact same tyres. Wow. I hope I can do that on Sunday. As they go into the main straight, Truco's now going to try and catch Boomer. So, I guess that explains, as Adam is now serving his drive-through. Truco was pretty slow at the start of the race, so I guess he has the dry setup, because he's... That grip was something else, not going to lie. Jag Kings is now stalking Will. Is he going to be able to make a move? Will's starting to fall backwards now, just like before the safety car, as there's a yellow flag for... I think it's Presemu. Jag Kings gets the inside line. It looks like a tiny bit of contact. If he can keep it, no, he backs out for this next corner. J-Ray Bay is still very close to Yusuf as well, as he goes across the sausage curb and loses a bit of time, just as I say that. So let's have a look at Boomer. So, behind Truco. As what's happening here. Yusuf's trying to get a move done on Jag Kings, and he makes it happen. So this new layout is aiding overtaking, because you can battle into two corners instead of just one, like in the old layout. So can Boomer get Truco on this straight? He's got 79% ERS. If he uses it all, Truco's got basically nothing. Has he got ERS? I don't think he hasn't got DRS, sorry. Next lap, he just needs to stay close to him because Truco's got absolutely no ERS left. Meanwhile, Igor needs to find a 3-second gap over Truco to keep his P2, but he's actually closing in on Nova. Really, really impressive driving by Igor, who hasn't done... Oh, what's happening with RDO? He's span, and he's down to 14th. A couple of spins today for RDO, down to 15th. Down to 16th. As Milsey is pit again, I guess he's going to go for fastest lap. So, Nova's still got a 1.1 second lead over Igor. And the real battle is for P3. So, 6-10 separate Truco, who's got 16% ERS, and Boomer, who's got 68% ERS. And he's getting really close in this zone, just to let Truco know that he's there and he will be making a move. To be honest, he should absolutely fly past him on the straight. So we're going to stick with this battle for a little while. As Yusuf's up in P6, and J-Ray's fallen actually to P9 on those mediums. As like I said, Saeed has started making progress. He's managed to get past a couple of the medium runners and he's in P8. So, Boomer, half a second. DRS open. ERS, is he going to try a move? He could have got it done. He could have got it done. The red light was even flashing on Truco's car. As Will gets overtaken by Yusuf, who is having a fantastic recovery drive here. And now it's again Will versus Jag Kings, who Jag has just really struggled to get past Will when other drivers haven't. But is he going to get it done here? Is he going to... As the other Alpines going on the inside as well. 3 wide. Jag gets it done. As Przemu brings out the yellow flags again. And now Will's down in 7th. And now Saeed, on the softs, will absolutely be looking for a move here. So let's stay with this for a little bit. This doesn't look like Boomer's close enough on this straight. Yeah, and he's going to go around the outside with better grip, but he goes really far down the outside, which gets him a 3-second penalty. Was it worth it? It won't be, because these drivers will be really close. And now Will's coming back at him again on the outside, and now he's going to get the inside line, and Saeed pulls out of it. And he gets spanned. He gets spanned by J-Ray. He'll be screaming right now. Now the Naked Champ is going a bit slowly around the last corner, so Chris T gets P10. And what's happening with Boomer? Is he close enough? No, he pulls out of his again. Still got 50% ERS, but Truco again has nothing. And they're over 3 seconds behind Igor now. So Boomer, if he wants, he could get P2, but he needs to overtake Truco. Well, last lap, really. They've got a lap and a half left now. So Igor's looking pretty good for his P2. Nova's looking pretty good for his P1. What's happening here? Christy and Grayson battling really close. Naked completely cuts that corner and he gets a 3-second penalty for it. What's happening here? I guess these guys are going to be frustrated that he's still ahead of them. Adam Milsey gets the fastest lap, as he should do, on those brand new set of tyres. What's Boomer doing? Let's stick with Boomer. He's got... I mean, Yusuf's caught up right up to the back of Boomer as well, so... Truco could get caught by both of them, really. But we're going to have one more lap after this, so it's not really enough time. Boomer's got to do everything here. He's got to use all 60% of his ERS on this straight, overtake Truco with DRS as well. This should be a really straightforward overtake. He should be more than a car's length ahead by this corner. And if he's not, yeah, there we go. Finally, he's going to get the podium. Truco now is going to try and make a move back. He's got no ERS to take advantage of. He needs to be careful as well because Yusuf's really close behind. Boomer's... Oh no, Truco! Oh no, and now he's going to spin himself out of the points. What a shame, what a shame. Just pushing too hard. If he'd have conceded the position, he'd have still come away with 4th place there. He decided that he was going to try everything to get Boomer. They might be in a party with each other, actually. Maybe that's why. But let's join over. We are in the last couple corners. He is just ahead of Igor. But he has the privilege of not having a penalty. So Nova's going to come across the line on his debut. How many drivers can say on their debut in ALR they've won the race? He's driven perfectly in the race. And massive congratulations to Nova, who gets the victory. Igor gets P2. He got a 3-second penalty, but that's still enough to stay ahead of Boomer, who's P3. Yusuf, massive recovery drive, P4, as the Naked Champ retires from the points in the last couple of laps. Jag Kings, another solid drive, as he always does. He's in the top 5 once again. Will the Game manages, even though he didn't have the pace towards the end of the race, to get P6. Grayson, P7. Chris T, P8 in the softs. Saeed, P9 after his little spin. But he still manages to get some points. And J-Ray, unfortunately, his podium run comes to an end. He gets 10th. The drivers to finish outside the points are Zab, unfortunate, by 1.8 seconds he misses out on points. Przemu, who had a few spins that I noticed on the minimap. Ardio, bit of a nightmare with spins as well. And then obviously Adam, who I think got the fastest lap, but unfortunately had that drive-through to serve. And he doesn't get any points on his return to ALR, first race of the season. And this will give Yusuf another 12 points, if I'm not mistaken. And that means, yep, he'll get another 12 points. That'll put him on 62. 62 points in 3 races. That is championship winning form, if you ask me, especially today with that recovery drive. Yep, fastest lap does go to Adam Milsey. So let's look at the constructors. Who's had a good day? Well, Alpine look to be the only team who've got 2 drivers in the points. Everyone else only has 1, and one of the Alpines only got 2 points there. So obviously Mercedes, that's a reserve as well. So I don't know who else is a reserve, I'm not going to lie. But Mercedes won't get any points today, despite winning the race. That was a good race. I really enjoyed commentating that. So massive thanks to all these guys for putting on a good show. I'm going to end the stream there, but thanks for watching.